Is it worth pursuing your passion in video production? Is it possible to find success in this industry? It may not be easy, but it is definitely doable. You see, the video production industry is a pretty interesting industry where it is more skill-based rather than information-based. And to find success in this industry, we believe that there are certain core attributes and qualities that one must have. First, it begins with passion.
What is passion? I think passion is something that you can't hide. You know, when you're passionate about something, you think about it all day and all night. And I have clients coming to me and say, you know, I really see passion in what you're doing. I get very encouraged when they come and tell me that. Because when you have passion to do something, you don't mind putting in all the extras. You don't mind not being paid for the extras. And you really don't mind, you know, talking to your friends about it over lunch, you know, and just bouncing off ideas to anyone that comes in your way. And to me, that's really what passion is all about.
And the interesting problem that most young people have today, including myself, is that our dreams are always changing. One minute we want to be a photographer, next minute we want to be a lawyer and an entrepreneur. Even for myself, my very first dream is that I wanted to be a Power Ranger. And then I wanted to be a taxi driver, and I wanted to be a superstar, and then this and that and this and that. So you see, our dreams are just constantly changing. But what does not change is the raw talent and the raw gift that lies inside of us. We can either choose to grow it or to leave it aside. But first, we must find it. I've always been fascinated with storytelling. When I was younger, I tried animation, I tried TV editing, wedding and events videography, and I tried this and I tried that. Although it was all quite enjoyable, but somehow I just feel that it is not it yet. And then one day, I was spotted by director Jack Neo. He gave me an opportunity to be a young director. So I took it, I went for it, and on the very first day of shoot, poof, I felt everything clicked and everything came together. At that very moment, I knew I found what I was so passionate about and that I could do this for the rest of my life. And from then on, I started to direct, film, produce and script many other projects. And eventually, I started my own storytelling video production company. And right now, I'm in the early stages of directing my first feature film. And that is all about positioning. When you are in the wrong position, you may still function, but you will not excel. Who says that young people cannot succeed? The earlier you find the right position, the earlier you uncover your gifts and talents, the earlier you will start to flourish and to excel.
I remember when I started this business 10 years ago, I had a lot of questions. Whether it will be able to sustain me and whether it will be able to feed my family. And these are very valid concerns. But I find it a tremendous privilege to be able to do something that you really like. 5 years into the business, my mom came and told me, you know, why can't you find a real job? And to me, this is a real job and I'm enjoying every moment of it. And I believe it's a matter of perception. You know, it's very sad that in Asia, a lot of people seem to think that the creative industry doesn't pay well. I'll tell you a story. When I'm on shoot in one of the events, a friend that I didn't see for a long time came by. And then he said, hey, you know, I thought you went to uni in Australia to study. You know, then what happened to you now? So the general perception that people have on the creative industry is really not very high. And I think it's quite sad. But I'm really glad to say that 10 years on, my company is growing and doing pretty well. And my family is well fed. And we are making, you know, 20 times more than we used to. And that is a proof that, you know, with hard work, anyone in the creative industry will be able to make a decent living. I think it comes down to one point: practice. You know, there's so much resources available online for you to learn things. But at the end of the day, if you don't pick up a camera and physically shoot something, you know, you will never be able to perfect your craft. Sometimes I really wish that I had someone who was able to guide me, point out my mistakes, and then I would be able to learn a lot more and a lot faster. And that really brings us to the important point of personal mentorship.
So Kubin's Lab, Kuchis Productions and Moo Media, we are collaborating to start brand new initiatives to mentor the youths. Not only do we want to give back, but but we do not want to lose these young talents in Singapore.
It's something that we can impart to anyone who has the passion to do something with their creativity.
So yes, it requires you to take courage, it requires a time investment, it requires passion, positioning, a new perception, and lots of practice. It may seem demanding, but the fulfillment at the end of the day, I tell you, is tremendously rewarding. And all this begins with a first step.